day, another week, another day in the life of the Unfriendly Cricket Podcast, and my usual guests, Abhishek Shetty, Krishnan Banerjee, with me, Rajarshi Gupta. Fascinating because we are headed in no mean speed towards the IPL auction, and of course before that you'll get to see the retentions. And obviously when you're talking of retentions and auctions, a lot of it might seem very technical, guys, but it's not that complex. It's complicated for the teams, but that's why we are here to unwind this a little bit for you and maybe get Krish and Shetty to fight and go head on over a very contentious issue. Something that happened around KL Rahul about a few months back. I mean, it's not even a year, it's just a few months back when he had a fallout or so, would you say, with Mr. Goenka, who was seen publicly admonishing the then LSG captain Krish. Is he the then LSG captain KL Rahul? Because he's going to be one of the main players that you're going to be talking about ahead of the retention, ahead of the auctions. He hasn't done justice to any kind of T20 form. He wasn't there in the T20 World Cup squad. Krish and I were talking about it before the show. He was dropped. Don't mince your words. Don't mince words around that. He was dropped. Does KL Rahul deserve to get an IPL team?
Yes, absolutely.
He does. Okay.
So when you talk about KL Rahul as a player, there are two KL Rahul. One is a KL Rahul IPL player. There is another KL Rahul T20 player, India player.
Yeah.
He has never been great in terms of T20I performances. But in IPL, he is one of the consistent performers.
Not last year.
He scored over 500 runs. How can you say
but
he is not?
How he scored?
143,
he scored
140 plus strike rate.
Yeah. How?
500 plus runs. What else?
When was the last time you saw an owner getting mad at his captain?
He has a record of getting mad at people for no reason.
That's not fair. That's not fair to say. Why would you say that? You don't know that. You don't know that. No.
He has no business getting mad on the captain in front of camera.
So imagine the frustration. Imagine the frustration of a man who is putting so much money on a team.
I mean, are you still forgetting what happened with MS Dhoni in the past?
I am not forgetting that.
But those are business decisions. Why not? I mean, here is the thing, Shetty. Krish is very emotional about certain players, and so are you, and so am I. We all are. KL Rahul is an enigma. Like you said, IPL versus T20. I'd go further and say IPL versus one-day cricket, two different platforms altogether. He was very good in the ODI World Cup. He is very good. I'm talking about the one-day format, right? We don't know how soon he'll get back into the regular grind. Where even the Indian team, they've been backing him through the Test side as well. Yes, got dropped for the Pune Test match because of that Sarfaraz impact, you'd have to say. And you have someone like Shubman Gill who stepped in. That is different. But IPL, KL Rahul. You're talking of 140 strike rate overall, but there have been times when you've been too cautious, and even when he was in Punjab, you'd see that he's plowing through a certain section of the innings at 110. Then you up the ante and you finish with a strike rate of 145, but maybe you needed to score at 200 at that point. So it's not really doing justice to that favour.
In Punjab, when he was playing freely, but he never.
No, he wasn't. Look back at his strike rate. He scored a lot of runs, but he wasn't scoring.
The
problem with KL Rahul.
Same is happening with. I mean, if QDK and KL Rahul are not performing well, someone like Ayush Badoni is not consistent.
Come on, you can't say that now.
That's not the right thing to say when you have players like Stoinis, Puran in your team. Let's just start with that.
How good Stoinis has been.
He was very good.
Has been great and he has been worse.
Yeah.
So, but he is also not consistent.
But you
someone
Okay, Shetty, we'll quickly back up on KL Rahul quickly, then you go to Badoni, because that's an interesting point. There are two sides to it. There are two sides to the story. Yeah, go on with it.
So, the thing is, the king with KL Rahul is, like he said, we have been giving him, I think India and everyone has been giving him too many chances. Okay, he should have been gone out as soon as he played that knock against Australia in the ODI finals itself.
So does Virat Kohli then?
So there's but his mentality which I'm talking about, okay, he got out around between 35 to 40 overs, and when he was asked his biggest regret in life, he said, I should have stayed for a longer period of time. I went too early to hit the start. What I'm saying is,
against KL Rahul's mentality of anchoring.
No, his mentality is that let's just take game till the end, and then I will find something in between. He will never go to hit the ball. Okay, you're talking about 140 strike rate. What does that even mean?
No, but and you're talking of anchoring? Did you just use the word anchoring in T20 cricket? You're anchoring in T20 cricket.
I agree, it does not exist. The problem is KL Rahul has had to do it because The other batters have been absolutely worse.
Then in that case, Shikhar Dhawan, that criticism around Dhawan was also unfair.
Yeah.
In that case, every angle of criticism around Virat Kohli's link with RCB is also unfair because apart from AB de Villiers, such as RCB. Tell me, you had Chris Gayle, you let him go. You had KL Rahul, you let him go. You had a budding Sarfraz, did not use him well enough, and then you for years you had only de Villiers and Kohli. And then what was the discussion around that? You saying, oh, but Kohli and de Villiers are taking most of the funds, so you're not being able to get any explosive players. Then you had someone like Glenn Maxwell. What is happening around them? Then you should also...
Don't you remember the 2021 T20 World Cup where he was playing maiden
Again,
over?
I'm saying...
First over maidens. That's his mentality.
There are two different versions of KL Rahul. KL Rahul in India jersey, in T20 is KL Rahul.
See, I'll tell you one thing. There are two aspects of KL Rahul. You're speaking about IPL, right?
Yeah,
you're speaking about IPL. In IPL,
consistent. The only problem I have seen is the previous year, not this 2024-23, when the pitch was so bad in Lucknow that it was very difficult to hit shots.
But he got injured, right, in between.
Yeah, no. At the end of the IPL,
look, at the end of the day, is KL Rahul going to be retained by LSG? Is that looking more and more likely? Is he going to be released? If he is released, who is going to scoop him up?
I would answer it in two different ways. So, should he be retained? Yes, absolutely he should be retained. Because KL Rahul, wherever he goes, he is going to get big money and he will be a consistent performer throughout the IPL season. Whether he is going to get retained, I don't think so.
And where do you think he'll go? Quick guess.
I would say still RCB.
Okay.
He's not going to get retained. He shouldn't get retained.
And he's the reason who's...
The only stupid team which can get him is RCB because they don't want to win.
That's harsh. Yeah. That's harsh. I'll tell you why. I concur. I agree. He's a Mumbai. He wants a Mumbai.
Competition with RCB. We have competition with CSK. Like how can Real Madrid has competition with Celta Vigo? Why?
Fine.
Barcelona will be a competition.
There have been competitions, not in terms of titles, but there have been on-field competitions.
Okay. Let's not get emotional. You can't even talk of Kolkata Knight Riders. Because there is no emotional link for you. But okay, KL Rahul.
Is more like
I think KL Rahul Bangalore would be a superb hit. I'll tell you why. This guy needs a bit of love. I mean, I spoke to KL Rahul many years back before he even debuted for India, and you could see that he's such a good guy. He's a good boy.
That is the problem.
He's a good, and I think that is no. Yes. People take apart Virat Kohli also.
Virat Kohli
Rohit Sharma has also been. Come on, Rohit Sharma has also been told. Tendulkar. I mean, you did not spare the god of cricket. Okay.
Tendulkar was a good boy, but that doesn't mean that.
But I think KL Rahul takes it to heart. Who knows? So look, us saying that on the Unfriendly Podcast.
That's
yes. No.
Say the
It's
totally opposite. Okay.
No.
KL Rahul, अगर KL Rahul के बदले कोई और player होता, तो वो अभी कोई भी टीम का कैप्टन भी नहीं बन रहा था. Okay. Yes.
No. But the fact is, KL Rahul does come across like a good boy, and maybe this criticism is taking its toll. It took its toll on him when he has been criticized on the Indian team, and when he's been criticized for his performances in the IPL. Yeah. Is it a part and parcel of the game? Unfortunately, yes. Is social media trolling a brutal part of life today? Unfortunately, it is. Yeah. Hopefully, KL Rahul can get over it. Hopefully, he can bash his critics and do some magic, because there is no denying the fact that he's an absolutely talented beast. He's very talented.
He has been consistently performing. I mean, you guys.
Strike rate is an issue. You can't say overall strike rate.
You are looking at someone like Rohit Sharma, who is striking at 200. And
only recently, I mean, even Rohit Sharma's performances as Mumbai Indians batter that's a performance.
10 ball 20 or someone like 30
10 ball 20 every day in a T20 match?
That is too specific. I would have strike rate be valued over average. If that's what you're asking, I would have that.
If you are an opener, I will expect you to go, and in today's time and age of T20 cricket, when you have like 8 batters in your team, you just go and you play. You don't see about anchoring. First of all, there is no such thing as anchoring in T20.
About Stoinis, Vagera. KL Rahul is the fastest 50 in IPL.
No, and when he did, that is what I'm saying. There is potential. There is potential.
You have proved my point.
No.
He has the potential. It's his mindset. He has the mindset.
If your captain is scoring 500 runs
and your team is not winning.
You can't deny the fact that he has the potential. He's fastest IPL 50, yes. It's also the fact that don't you want to be nuanced around KL Rahul and say that, look, yes, he's been hit by that kind of trolling, and hopefully, again, the three of us sitting here on the Unfriendly Cricket podcast cannot change that, but maybe there is a case to be made that if they showed a little bit more love towards him, you'll see a different side to KL Rahul.
I think we have shown a lot of love towards KL.
Have you?
Okay, let's just start with
Have
that.
you? I doubt that.
Because it is easy to pick someone like KL Rahul and
so if you go and see his innings in Punjab, that year when he scored like I think 4 or 5 hundreds, you just see the number of balls he took. Okay, he took 80 balls to score his 100. His team. When your player
You're
is
talking about
scoring
KL Rahul. Virat Kohli scored 400s in a season. I don't think KL Rahul ever scored that many.
KL Rahul has 2.
Yeah.
Okay, back to back he was scoring hundreds.
Yeah.
Okay,
He was
but
in
still,
red hot
80
form.
ball hundreds. When your player is scoring 100 and your team total is 170, you understand, right? What's the entire dynamics of it? What your player has done for
No, but
you.
then you are sort of playing into his hand when you're saying that KL Rahul is. What he's saying is KL Rahul has been the one-man army.
He
has not.
He's only better who is performing. That's
not true. If you're taking,
Look, I think
others are not.
Okay, I think both sides here. I think we are oversimplifying this, because when a batter of his stature goes out and let's say he's taking 70% of those balls, let's say he's played 70% of the 120 deliveries available to his particular team. It is not just on the batter. It is also on the coach. It is also on the technical staff. It is also on the analyst, and say, what are you doing? You're telling your batter not to rotate the strike. So it is not just on KL Rahul. It is not just on KL Rahul. It is also on KL Rahul's opening partner, maybe Dhawan when he was in Punjab, maybe Quinton de Kock at LSG. Maybe batters do it on the order when you're not rotating the strike.
T20 cricket was not this, which was
Which time?
When he was in Punjab. Okay, it only came
6 years back, 5 years back.
4 years back.
Okay. Okay. Let's say things have changed.
Evolving that much. Okay. We started understanding the real meaning of T20 cricket when the impact player came into existence in the IPL. If you're only
not true for me, is it true for you?
Okay, for
the
me.
moment Chris Gayle hit 175, T20 had evolved by.
But what happened after that?
550.
How many 200 plus scores or 220 plus scores?
No, that way Zimbabwe scored 343, so it's going to evolve every day.
Against two.
So doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
What I'm saying is, after 4 years from now, you will not see players like Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, Steve Smith playing in T20 with that approach.
No, okay, that is okay. Fine, I'm happy to accede to that point. Now this is where the problem comes in. You had Rohit, Virat, and KL Rahul all those years ago, holding up 3 anchor spots. KL Rahul himself, I think did KL Rahul talk about strike rate? There was this period when Harmanpreet Kaur said somebody said, I don't want to put names. Somebody said strike rates are overrated. No, the strike rate is not overrated in the T20 format. Even in one-day cricket, by the way, strike rates are not overrated. Strike rates are not to be trifled with. Is that then a mentality that is affecting these players? But and this is when you're talking about.
Yes. If your player is okay, fine, like you said.
One is the social media trolling. The other is this mentality against strike rate that you don't want to emphasize enough.
No, I don't think so. I mean, he definitely thinks about it. He has improved in a lot of innings. There would be some erratic innings that happened against RCB probably. I don't exactly remember. LSG could not chase that 120 odd runs in Lucknow the season before. So it could happen erratically, but I mean those are like rare moments. Otherwise, if you see, KL Rahul has been playing well in IPL. T20, I absolutely agree.
So I have one question for you, and I think we can just end it after that. Do you think he comes within the top 5 batters in IPL now?
Top player.
He's the best batter in the IPL now.
I would any day pick
number 1.
But this is part of the problem. This is part of the problem where you as critics, where as players, whereas media, you're looking at the extreme left corner. You're looking at matches and you're looking at runs. You're not looking at those 2 columns in the middle and saying average versus strike rate.
Strike rate is the most important thing I feel in T20.
T20 cricket has evolved over the last 16 years as we Indians have seen it, right? Okay, India won in 2007, the T20 World Cup, the IPL in 2008. Now it's 2024, heading on to 2025. You are still obsessed with average. You're still obsessed with 5,000 runs in the IPL. But you are not giving enough credence to the guy who has a strike rate of 151 and an average of 25. and is not scoring as he's scoring quick 30s and quick 40s.
How many balls they are staying on the crease for?
Of course, that matters.
Someone like KL Rahul is staying
What is to
on the
say?
crease for 30,
What is to say that KL Rahul scoring 75 of 30 balls on a flat pitch is not going to create better ground for Marcus Stoinis and Ayush Badoni down the line? You have not done that because you are trying to anchor yourself through that.
Many players can stick to that kind of surface and score.
But those surfaces are few and fair in between, right? You're talking about the Lucknow surface, fine. You want that.
This was that kind of.
But
only.
So you're taking off 5 to 7 matches away from that. But this is a criticism around KL Rahul, not just on those 7 matches. And it's fine. You want to have pitches like the Lucknow surface. You want to have pitches like Chinnaswamy. You want to have that.
As you practice on those grounds, you know what. Why Goenka got mad on KL? What was the reason? The other team came blistering, they were bashing the team, and
conditions changed.
It's come on, conditions magically change.
This is just not the same condition.
Okay. We have to. I'm afraid we're running out of time. We have to quickly.
Being unfair to KL Rahul.
I'm not being unfair. I'm being nuanced. Right? That's what I told Shetty as well. That don't just be.
I'm being unfair.
Don't troll. And he's being unfair. He knows that he's being unfair. But if you have to be nuanced, we're looking at 2 angles. Has the criticism been too harsh? And is he also a victim, or maybe he's just overemphasizing the need to not focus on strike rate?
He's not a victim, and the criticism is not being
come on, let's
we are just calling potatoes.
No, let's also be fair that Indian cricketers are sometimes very harshly criticized.
I think he should get one more chance in ODIs and Test cricket. I back him. He is not a good T20 player because of his mentality, and if the day he changes it, I think he still has good.
I just wish we are able to show a little bit more love towards our cricketers, KL Rahul more specifically.
See,
we cannot show love.
Why not? I mean, there has to be some way of criticism. Come on.
We cannot hide our face.
It's not that. It's just that I think we should be more humane in our criticism.
No, we are.
That is what I mean by love, and I don't want to go and hug him. Yeah.
KL Rahul is going to have a great season.
We hope so.
Even I
certainly hope so.
You would see the difference in strike rate because that's how the surfaces are right now. You are getting like that T20I we had in Hyderabad, 297. India scored.
Exactly.
So you are going
was
to get those kind of
in the game.
Sanju has been
Sikandar Raza was the protagonist for Zimbabwe in that 340 plus. 2 days back, you wouldn't have spoken of Sikandar Raza's strike rate, right? So, and that was his maiden 100 in T20 nationals. By the way, you don't want to talk about the opposition. That doesn't matter.
It's a new word in cricket, which
exactly.
keeps on saying intent.
Not new enough. It was with Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri that he got to that.
Gambia in IPL is Punjab Kings.
Okay.
So.
Have we agreed to disagree? And at least on one, we discussed this. We might have had different ways of saying that, but we are assuming KL Rahul will be released by Lucknow by Lucknow Super Giant, and he's
good for.
But you said that he should not be, but he will be. Is that what you said?
But I still think, in the next few days,
and if he does come to RCB, I think it's going to be a different side of KL Rahul in the IPL.
Hopefully, again, see, I am not a hater. I don't hate him. I am just calling his bad. No, I'm not hating him. I don't hate him. See, again,
he's to black-hearted guys wearing black on my left and my right. They are going to go on and on.
This is just Mumbai love against Bangalore love. No.
We have to move on, and we'll come back to you with a lot more fireworks, with plenty more this Diwali season as we head on to the IPL auction, and before that, of course, the retentions. Thank you so much. Have a great week and a super weekend ahead.